Okay, we are going to start with a next reading. It's about Network Address Translation, NAT. Subscribe if you want me to make more of these readings so you can follow along while we learn both together. So that's the point of my whole channel. I'm just studying, and if people want to study with me, just pull up YouTube and start listening. If you like it, subscribe so I can make more of these videos. If you like it, drop a like. Now, Network Address Translation, NAT, is a method of mapping an IP address space into another by modifying network address information in the IP header of packets while they are in transit across a traffic routing device. The technique was initially used to bypass the need to assign a new address to every host when the network was moved, or when the upstream internet service provider was replaced but could not route the network address space. It is a popular and essential tool in conserving global address space in the face of IPv4 address exhaustion. One internet routable IP address of a NAT gateway can be used for an entire private NAT network. As network address translation modifies IP address information in packets, network address translation implementations may vary in their specific behavior and various addressing cases and their effect on network traffic. Vendors of equipment containing NAT implementations do not commonly document the specifics of NAT behavior. The history: Internet Protocol version 4, IPv4, uses 32-bit addresses, capable of uniquely addressing about 4.3 billion devices on the network. By 1992, it became evident that that would not be enough. The 1994 RFC 1631 describes NAT as a short-term solution to the two most compelling problems facing the Internet Protocol at that time: IP address depletion and scaling and routing. By 2004, NAT had become widespread. The technique also became known as IP masquerading, which suggests a technique that hides an entire IP address space, usually consisting of private addresses, behind a single IP address in another, usually public address space. Because of the popularity of this technique to conserve IPv4 address spaces, the term NAT became virtually synonymous with IP masquerading. In 1996, Port Address Translation (PAT) was introduced, which expanded the translation of addresses to include port numbers. Basic NAT, the simplest type of NAT, provides a one-to-one translation of IP addresses. RFC 1631. RFC 2663 refers to this type of NAT as basic NAT, also called a one-to-one NAT. And this type of NAT, only the IP addresses IP header checksum and any higher level checksums that include the IP address are changed. Basic NAT can be used to interconnect two IP networks with incompatible addresses. One-to-many NAT. Most network address translators map multiple private hosts to publicly exposed IP address. In a typical configuration, a local network uses one of the designed private IP address sublets, RFC 1918. The network has a router having network interfaces on both the private and public networks. The public address is typically assigned by an internet service provider. As traffic passes from the private network to the internet, NAT translates the source address in each packet from the private address to the router's public address. The NAT facility tracks each active connection. When the router receives inbound traffic from the internet, it uses the connection tracking data obtained during the outbound phase to determine to which the private address should forward the reply. Packets passing from the private network to the public network will have their source address modified, while packets passing from the public network back to the private network will have their destination address modified. To avoid ambiguity in how to replies are translated, further modifications to the packets are required. The vast bulk of Internet traffic uses Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, or User Datagram Protocol, UDP. For these protocols, the port numbers are changed so that the combination of IP address within the IP header and port number within the transport layer header on the returned packet can be unambiguously mapped to the corresponding private network destination. RFC 2663 uses the term network address and port translation, NAPT. For this type of NAT, other names include port address translation, PAT, IP masquerading, NAT overload, and many to one NAT. This is the most common type of NAT and has become synonymous with the term NAT in common usage. This method allows communication through the route only when the conversation originates in the private network, since the initial originating transmission establishes the required information in the translation tables. Thus, a web browser within the private network is able to browse websites that are outside the network, whereas web browsers outside the network are unable to browse a website hosted within protocols not based on TCP and UDP require other translation techniques. The primary benefit of one-to-many NAT is mitigation of IPv4 address exhaustion by allowing entire networks to be connected to the Internet using a single public IP address. I'm gonna stop here, especially for us to make it possible to repeat this small text I've just read, so we can really understand the benefits of NAT, the integrity it comes along with, and IP addresses. So I'm gonna stop here and try to put this on repeat so we can really grasp the situation, the topic, what it provides you, what it means, web browser, IPv4, IPv6, translation techniques, protocols, etc. Okay, if you like this reading, subscribe for more new readings videos, teaching videos for us both. See ya.